shower trying to scrub the smell of that place off his skin, but I don't think the water's hot enough. I need to get this down while my hands are still steady. If you're driving through the Pacific Northwest, specifically that dead zone where the GPS likes to spin in circles, and you see a turnoff for a place called Harrow's Rest, keep driving. Even if you're running on fumes. Even if your engine is smoking. Just keep driving. It started around 4 p.m. We were making good time until the navigation on our dash glitched, rerouting us off the interstate and onto a two-lane blacktop that wound deep into a valley I'd never seen on a map. When the trees finally broke, we saw it. Harrow's Rest. It was perfect. Too perfect. The kind of town that exists only in 1950s sitcoms or fever dreams. White picket fences that looked freshly painted, lawns manicured to the millimeter, and an American flag waving lazily on every porch. It's a little on the nose, isn't it? Malcolm joked, though I saw his knuckles tighten on the wheel. Being a black couple in a rural town that looks like it hasn't updated its calendar, since segregation creates a specific kind of tension. You wait for the stare. You wait for the slur. We pulled into a diner called the Golden Hour because the car was overheating. When we walked in, the jukebox didn't stop, but the conversation did. Every head turned. They weren't angry. That would have been easier to handle. They were blank. Men in overalls, women in Sunday dresses. They just stared with this polite, glassy intensity. We sat at a booth. A waitress, name tag Betty, came over. She was older with shaking hands. She didn't ask what we wanted. She just poured 2 waters, leaned in close to wipe the table, and whispered barely audible. The sun sets at 6:12. You need to be gone by the bell. Excuse me, I asked. She looked at the clock on the wall. 5:45 p.m. Her eyes widened, terror cracking the polite veneer. The bell triggers the pact. Please, just go. We didn't argue. We left cash on the table and walked out. The air outside felt heavy, like the pressure drop before a tornado. The shadows of the buildings seemed to be stretching toward us, longer than the physics of the sun should allow. Malcolm tried the car. It sputtered. Died. Come on, he pleaded, turning the key. Don't do this. 5:55 p.m. I looked down the street. People were coming out of the shops. They weren't looking at us anymore. They were looking at the sky. They stood on their porches perfectly still, facing the setting sun like sunflowers. Malcolm, I said, my voice rising. 6:10 p.m. The sun dipped below the tree line.